I'm feeling a little nostalgic, and today we are throwing it back with a good old-fashioned monthly favorites video. I don't think I've done one of these for at least a couple of years, which is kind of crazy because I think the monthly favorites trend was probably the longest running video trend, at least in the beauty community. It was like years and years and years that everyone did a monthly favorites at the end of every month. And then it just seemed to kind of die. But now it seems to be making a little bit of a comeback because I've seen a couple of them pop up in my subscriptions, and I was thinking, you know what? I haven't just sat down and talked about some random stuff I'm loving in a really long time, so that's what we're doing today. Before I jump into it, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Squarespace. I used them to design my blog last year, and they had everything I needed. Okay, so let's talk about some beauty favorites because it's been a while since I've shared what I'm using in my routine, and there are a couple of face sunscreens I want to share with you guys today. The first one is the Dermaquest Sheer Zinc SPF 30 Tinted in the shade Nude. I've been using this for a couple of years now, and I love it. A lot of the times the problem you run into with zinc sunscreens is a white cast on the face, but because this sunscreen has a tint to it, it cancels out any kind of white cast. So I love this. I will wear just this alone on my skin, and it definitely has a dewy finish. If you have oily skin, this might not be the sunscreen for you, but I have combination to dry skin, so it has kind of a dewy finish, a little tiny bit of a tint to it. I wouldn't say that it works like a foundation or anything, but it has a little bit of a tint to it. It makes my skin look glowy. And I probably would never have strayed from this sunscreen, but recently I was packing for a trip and I went to throw this in my bag and I realized the bottle was practically empty. So I went on Amazon and I found something that could ship to me immediately, and that is how I came across this second sunscreen, which is the EltaMD UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46. And I've seen this brand everywhere for years. It's in my dermatologist's office. It's all over Derm Store. Everything seems really highly rated. I just had never tried it. And I've been really happy with this so far. I've been using it every day, and there are even a couple things that I think it does better than the Dermaquest. Like, it has a higher SPF. It isn't tinted, but I don't get any of that white cast from the zinc. However, this is not an entirely mineral sunscreen. It's zinc oxide and octinoxate, which is a chemical sunscreen. So if you're looking for something that's entirely mineral, this might not be the sunscreen for you, but I do believe that this brand does all mineral sunscreens as well. The finish of this one is also a lot less dewy. It's not drying, but it's just not like a really kind of glowy finish. So if you have oilier skin, this is probably better suited for you than the Dermaquest. Another beauty favorite that I've purchased multiple times in the last year is the Acure Curiously Clarifying Lemongrass and Argan Shampoo. This has become one of my all-time favorite shampoos. I know this brand is sold at quite a few places these days, but I get mine at Whole Foods. It smells amazing, and it's the perfect balance for my hair because I have fine hair, which they usually recommend like volumizing shampoos for fine hair so it's not weighed down, but I always find that volumizing products make my hair feel dry and sticky, and like I hate them. But anything with too much oil in it kind of weighs my hair down and helps it get greasy faster, which it already gets greasy super fast, so I don't need any help in that department. And this is just the right balance of everything. Moving on to lifestyle favorites, something I've been loving for a while now is this blanket from Sackcloth and Ashes. This is a company that makes the most beautiful blankets. Mine is the Arrow Maroon color and design, and this side is gray, and then when you reverse it, the other side is kind of like the opposite. It's like a darker base. And the cool thing about this company is not only are the blankets awesome, and they're like a good like quality weight as well. It's not like a really flimsy blanket. Like, it's a good sturdy blanket, if that makes sense. But not only are the blankets awesome, for every blanket that they sell, they donate a blanket to a homeless shelter. I believe their campaign is called like Blanket the United States or something. They're also made in Italy, so I love my blanket. This was at the top of my Christmas list this last year, and my fiance got it for me, and it's just like the best blanket ever. So I'll link the Sackcloth and Ashes site down below. I believe that's where you can see the entire line, but recently I've also seen these popping up in World Market. Like, the last time I was in World Market, they had a whole display of these, and I believe you can use World Market coupons on them, and I think they do like 20% coupons in the mail and whatever. So if you're looking to get a pretty good discount on one of these, check out World Market. Next, I have a few tech/travel favorites, and the first one is what I'm wearing on my wrist right now, and it is the Garmin Vivosmart 4 fitness tracker. It's really cool. There are a lot of features in this little thing. For starters, I only have to charge it once a week. One charge lasts me 7 days, which is amazing. It's also waterproof. It has a heart rate sensor sensor in it. It tracks your steps, it tracks your sleep, it tracks the floors you climb, but it also has a couple of interesting features like the body battery. It takes into account like all of your movement and activity and your heart rate levels and your stress levels and all of that, and it calculates your body battery, like how charged you are as a person. So usually when I wake up in the morning, if I've had a normal night's sleep, my body battery will be at 100. But by the time I'm ready to go to bed the following night, depending on how active my day was or how stressful or how late I've had to stay up, my body battery might be at like 20 or 15. I'm trying to show you guys what this screen looks like, but this black line that's going across here in my viewfinder isn't real. It's not there in real life. It's just an effect of the lens on this screen. But this is the body battery. I'm at 62. And then also based on your heart rate, it has like a stress reader as well. Like it'll measure how stressed you are. So I've been really liking it. I like that it's small and still has a lot of features. It also comes, I think, in a gray and rose gold color version. So if you're looking for a good fitness tracker to try out, I've been very happy with this. My next tech/travel favorite is the Peak Design Tech Pouch. I picked this up a couple of months ago when I was getting ready to do a bunch of travel, and I was looking for something to really organize all of my cords, chargers, camera stuff, tech stuff all in one place. It comes in both this olive green color and black, and this really is like a Mary Poppins tech pouch. It holds so much more than it looks like it does. Like I can fit so many things in this bag. It is deceivingly large. And it's just well made. It has a good feel to it. It has a nice like structure, but it's still padded. It has turned out to be one of the best tech accessory purchases that I've made this year. And then my last tech travel favorite is something that's not very exciting, but if you're an international traveler, or even if you aren't, you should definitely look into this. And it is this smart USB world travel adapter. Now you're probably thinking like, I have something that looks like this isn't that exciting, why are you talking about this? So for starters, as the name suggests, you can use this anywhere in the world. It has these little sliders on the side that you can pick the region that you need, and then it pops out the plugs that you need for that region. And in addition to this multi-use socket front, it also has 4 USB plugs on top, which is amazing because I have stayed in so many hotel rooms where there has only been one usable outlet, and trying to charge all of your things, your laptop, your phone, my camera batteries, headphones, anything else off of just one outlet is infuriating. So I can charge 5 different devices off of this one block, but the thing that's special about this, and the reason I came across it in the first place, is it's rated for use with 2,000 watt devices, aka hair dryers. I had a very small incident with a hair dryer on a previous trip, and I'm still not entirely sure what the problem was, but I was using a hair dryer through just one of the basic versions of these adapters that I know was not rated for the power of a hair dryer, and there was an issue with like a power outage. So that's what led me to searching for an adapter that I could use with hair dryers and hot tools. I don't know if it's rated for every hair dryer. You still want to make sure that anything you're using is 2,000 watts or less, but it does accommodate quite a few travel options. I found it on Amazon. It was a little more expensive than your average travel adapter. I think I spent like $25 on it or something, but it's so worth it. And again, I can use this in the US if I just want to charge 5 things at once. I just keep it in my travel bag, and I only need one outlet for all of my stuff. So those are my June favorites, and I'll have everything I talked about listed and linked down below. And before I go, let's talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. I used Squarespace when I designed my blog last year, and it was the easiest thing in the world. You're literally able to drag and drop the elements of your page where you want them. You get really great traffic analytics. You can see where your page views are coming from and even what types of devices your page is being viewed on. And then also there's the Squarespace blog app that allows you to manage your blog posts and comments on the go. So go to squarespace.com to sign up for a free trial, and then when your site is ready to go, visit squarespace.com/Allison Anderson to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a wonderful June. Please let me know what your favorites are down in a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.